to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Herbert going to go to the air right away. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Bears. Touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
And sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. John Hightower now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on second and 6. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At their own 24. Out of the gun, Fields. That's caught. It's Cunningham. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw. Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The Bears had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher, and that's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts. And
that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert now. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Again, Cunningham here on the ground. There's the stiff arm. And a short gain here down to the 22. Asante Samuel able to make the play defensively.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Fields throw complete there to Moore. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DJ Moore from 8 yards out. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point safely through. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, the Bears break through and they block it. It's picked up. Remember, the ball is live. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this first half. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. First down, Los Angeles. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 39.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd and 2, Herbert. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. And the Chargers first down. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Packers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They snap it to Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. On play action, Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Burke. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Right back to him on 1st down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They run with Cunningham. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A final shot before the break for Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They go with Cunningham. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, it's Cunningham. And he'll get maybe a couple, if that, up to the 46.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Burke. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ballgame.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Hightower not going to attempt a run back, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. On first down, Justin Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got Allen. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. That was a third and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. On 4th down, Herbert. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Cunningham. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw is Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So attack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Herbert. Going back to Allen. He's got him again. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Again, Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, Their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers get a small measures fourth-quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Cunningham. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Here comes the Bears punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Williams brings it in. The 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Now the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. Now Jones.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. In the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Here's Cunningham. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Cunningham. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go. It's Cunningham. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
One last throw here for Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will